Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers. So, last episode we completed the nose of the ship, and after we did that, though technically it was before the episode was released to the public, we had a live stream, which you can check out later, or now if you want to. It's 3 hours long, where we did some more work on the live ship. As you can see, it looks quite a bit different than what it was before. So what we've done is, first of all, we've added these oxygen farms everywhere. This will help us get oxygen so that people inside the live ship don't die from it. However, most of the changes you'll be able to see from the inside. Noting I have installed a few new mods just so that I can, pull this off. So I'll go close the door. You can see that I'm, when I push buttons, I've got a thing that does, active animations. So if I open my inventory, you can see at the bottom there's a person with a control panel, which is kind of cool. Anyway, so this is the mingling area of the live ship. It's got a kitchen, it's got some tables. But by the way, this fridge actually heals you and regains your energy, which is amazing. Will be very useful. You've got all your kitchen equipment that you need. I guess there's no kettle, but you've got a coffee maker anyway. You've got lockers, you've got shelves, you've got a pool table, some sofas, you've got Space Invaders and Mortal Kombat, and you've got a shrubbery and a TV which has nothing, and a loudspeaker and some screens and some more screens. Screens ends with an N, not an M. Anyway, yeah, so I installed some mods to be able to get all of these decorative items. The pack has now been updated if you will want to check that out. We continue over here, and in this corridor area is the access to the rooms. The rooms are color-coded, so you've got your color, and then inside the room you've got an air vent, so we can pressurize the thing, and it's got a cryo tube, which is where you'll be sleeping. I say sleeping, but yeah. We use cryo tubes, you don't sleep. It's also got a sensor here so that once done properly the door will close. The doors, actually, I don't know if I can close it from this side without it being weird. Are you going to let me? No, you're not going to let me. Never mind. Yeah, see? Doors close, it's glass, all those fun things. And so what the sensors are supposed to do is when you go in, it's supposed to close, when you go past the sensor, it's supposed to close the door after a certain amount of seconds, hence the timer block. And then, all the rooms are color-coded. Very nice. I've also got some med bays here, so you can change your suit color and recharge and things like that. Got some more rooms over here. And then in these corridors we've got some nice viewing area for the rest of the ship, because structural integrity is not an issue here, apparently. Yeah, very nice. Very nice indeed. And then over here we've got the bridge. The lovely, lovely bridge section here. So we've got it's kind of based off of the Imperial Star Destroyers from Star Wars. Well, the bridge section anyway. It's not as big or as detailed, but it does work. So we've got, roof. We've got a light here. The only light in the facility, actually. So if I turn my lights off, it's actually dark. I have yet to finish doing I have yet to finish the interior. Most of it was actually Amasol on stream, so yeah. We've got command consoles. Basically you can sit at them, and since this one's not the main cockpit, then it's fine. But yeah, this essentially allows people to sit down and prepare for jump and everything. And then over here is the main cockpit, and so you'll be able to pilot the ship. You can see that we've got lovely glass here, which is also structural integrity. But the commander of the ship will usually be, wandering around. Probably here, actually, probably standing here doing things. I might put a pylon here so that he can, technically sit down, so when we initiate a jump, then he's actually standing on the bridge instead of, sitting down somewhere. So yeah, very nice view. Anyway, that's not what we're doing today. Today we are going to do the thing below. If you follow me down these stairs, even though you can't follow me, your viewers from my cam, yeah, you can see we've got this under section here, and basically what we're going to be placing in here is all of the essentials that we need. So cargo containers, oxygen tanks, hydrogen tanks, oxygen generators, things like that, and also reactors and jump drives and things like that. Since we've got the gyroscopes and we've got the thrusters, so that's what we're going to be doing. So let's go get a taskbar, and we're going to be using that. We'll use number 6. So we are going to use. We're going to be using, since we don't have anything, power heavy on this one, we might have like a few shield generators, but it's not going to be as heavily shielded as the capital ship, even though I really need to rename that. But what we're going to have is we're going to have a azimuth fusion reactor, and then we also need shields. Definitely, we'll have small shield generator. We'll have like a couple of them. Place them somewhere. So we've got shield generators. We need cargo bays. We'll use, I don't know. It really depends. So we've got plenty of space to have a cargo container. So let's have one large cargo container, so everything's in one place. We need some tanks. So custom hydrogen. Interesting. So we'll have a oxygen tank and a hydrogen tank, I guess. Ox tank, hydro tank. Hydro tank's big. Also, we've also got new textures as well, just in case you didn't notice. But you probably should have noticed last episode, because there was a ton of purple textures everywhere that have now been fixed. Hooray. So I've got that, and then we need the oxygen generator. Oxygen generator, just in case these guys go mining. They'll be mining by hand, and mostly they'll be mining ice, because this thing is not supposed to do anything useful. What else do we need? I think that'll be it for now. Yeah, we'll get other things later. So, let's get the cargo container built first. I'm going to get rid of these lovely pieces here because they're not needed. Okay, and then we can place our azimuth cargo container here. Is that the right way up? Yeah, it's the right way up anyway. Right, there we go. Place that guy there. That should be welded into submission at some point in the future. Good. And then on this side we can have our reactor. In fact, no, we're not going to have our reactor, we're going to have the oxygen tank, the hydrogen tank rather. Hydrogen tank goes here. And then we want... what do we want? We want some of the... we want a conveyor junction. And then we want some oxygen tanks coming off here. So on 1, 2... and then some additional ones, let's say, get the things in place. Just need curved blocks. One here, one here. Really need to get in this gap. There. So, since we've got that... well, now that we've done that, that should be good, I guess. Any time now? And what we can do is we can place the oxygen generator in here, because we have the space. We won't be able to access it directly, but that's fine. And so then all we need to do is just close this. I don't think we need to yet. So good. So we've got our... they're actually the same length. No, they're not. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're the same length. Yes, that's very nice. Okay. The next thing we have to deal with, which is going to be the main problem, is we're going to need to head outside. For the specific reason of we need connectors. We need connectors on the outside so that we can do things. As you can tell, we've got oxygen farms here, so when those are hooked up to the system, then they will produce us quite a bit of oxygen. Let's decide. So I'll do the fourth one here as our connector one. Second place connector here. Go to the other side. Connector along this line. And another here. Okay. So those are the connectors, and then we need to deal with how it's going to get in. So this layer here is the floor. That's the important thing that you need to know, I guess. So if we go here, we're going to dig in here. We're going to dig in here. And this will bring us out here. Okay, that's not the best, so we're going to need to find another area. Let's go all the way over to this side, see what we get. Okay, good. And then we can go down a level. And then we'll enter here. Yes, this is good, this is good. So we just need conveyor junction, conveyor junction, conveyor junction. And then we go over to the other side and do the same. So that's 3 from there. 1, 2, 3. Except that something went wrong. Something went wrong. Am I sure that these are actually the same length? Maybe. I'm not sure if these are the same length. That is probably a bad idea. Or probably a bad thing, rather. Oh yes, I didn't align properly. Good. Didn't align properly. That's right. That's the thing. That's the thing. Weld this up so I can actually get some more stuff. Good. And then we just need connector, well, conveyor. Excellent. So now we have the, well, 2 of the sides. We're going to have to get the other one round at some point. But I believe I can do that to, well, I can hook it up when I do top side access to this area here. So, we've now got connectors here, and we've got a connector here. What we need to do is we need to find a way to connect these 2, which I guess I can do via place a conveyor junction here, and then another one there, and then we're going to go curved conveyor tubes, or not. We'll go another connector here, and tube all the way along. So this should mean that the cargo and the oxygen and hydrogen tanks are now connected. Next thing that we need to do is we need to get this guy up into the system. So we're going to go along. Right, and that should be connected, and then we just need the other one. And then both sides of the oxygen farms should be connected. Okay, good. So now that that's done, these oxygen things should be gaining oxygen, right? Or not? Might it be because we don't have any sunlight actually hitting them? Because I need to investigate whether the oxygen farms are working and if they require power to work, which wouldn't make sense. Well, it would make sense on some kind of level. Right, let's go outside. So we've got no sunlight here, and we've got no sunlight there. That's because that's in the way. Okay. And also the sun is where is the sun actually? That's a very, very good question. Right, the sun's behind the asteroid. Okay, so we won't get any oxygen from there. So next thing that we need to do is we need to get this bit hooked up. So if we dig in here, okay, good. This is good. So if we dig in here, or dig in here rather, I really need to drop some of my equipment. Or at least some of my inventory. Yeah, let's do that. Gonna get rid of some of my steel plates, just so that we can do things a tiny bit faster. Gonna place them in here. These guys can also go. Good. Right. Place you here, that should be good, and then we can seal you back up and seal you back up. Good. Right, so we're going to go to over here. We're going to go underneath. I don't open the door, thank you. Yeesh, stupid airlocks. Anyway, so now we've got this, which means that we should be able to find a way to sneak it around and get that done, even though we don't have much area in order to do that. Let's head underneath, because we still have more things to do. So, now that we've got cargo and hydrogen tanks, next thing that we need is going to be reactor. Now, I have a plan for the for the area in here, and you know, it's only too high, which is kind of bad because we've got another layer down here. But this is where the jump drive is going to be, you know, in here, along with, you know, some other things to make it look better. But in here is going to be the reactor, and the reactor is going to be placed at the back here. So what we need to do is we need to tear this stuff apart. Go get the reactor, place the reactor here, and job's done. And then we need to connect it up to the system, so get rid of this guy. Place you. Continue this way. No, I didn't want you there. I want you this way and then that way. And then you should hook up to the reactor and everything will be fine. He says, hopingly. Longingly. Okay, well, we only need to wait for this guy to be finished. Let's just weld it back up. And there we go. So now we've got the azimuth fusion reactor. That's good. So the last things that we're actually going to need... I know this place looks horrible, but deal with it. Next things we're going to need is we're going to need some shield generators. So let's get those. So we've got small shield generator here. We're going to have probably a few of them. You have hookups on all 4 sides. Okay, that's going to be slightly problematic, but that's fine. I deal with problematic every day. Right, so we could place it here, maybe, and then have the upgrades on the side, and we could place another one, upgrades on the side, continue, all that kind of stuff. So let's go over here, get the shield, so any capacitors, and flux coils. Just place these and then our system shall build them for us, and then that means that this place now has shields. Then we want capacitors instead. One, two, three, four. Good. So I don't know how much shielding that's going to give us. We'll check in a second. I'm also going to add some steel plate over here. And some steel plate over here, just to make it, you know, look the part. Well, you know, to make it look nicer, I guess. Right, have you finished construction, my friend? Yes, you have. Okay, so now that we've done that, we shall go to construction drone. We shall go to shield. Spelt incorrectly. That's the wrong spelling. So we've got these guys. So we've got shield generator and shield generator 2. So we've got a total of 100,000. Well, yeah, 100,000 points which is very nice. Recharging at about 400 points a second. 500 points a second. Okay, good. So now that that's happened, let's go and get some more uranium for the proper reactor, instead of relying on the construction drone's reactor. I really should be walking up these stairs. Right, let's go over here, close the door. Okay. Looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah, it's better looking than most of the ships I build, anyway. Right, let's head over here. Let's go get some uranium. Let's get 50 from here, and 50 from here, giving us 100. That should be good enough. We can go into the connector, and then that should give us access to the entire system. So we need a reactor. Noting that, you know, the reactors on the drone are like tanking right now. Good. Right, you're now doing things. That's excellent. So technically, we could disconnect if we wanted to, and then connect via connector. That's not a bad idea, in fact. Not a bad idea whatsoever. Should I? Should I? Should I? Should I? Yes. Let's do it. Just wait while the system chugs away, and we now have two separate ships. Right, so this guy has been renamed to Large Grid 5167. Let's change that to Construction Drone. Right, so we need connector. Because I really need to check to see. Yeah, that's good. And then we also need the lock. Connector 1, switch lock, and then connector 2, power, connector 2, switch lock. Right, so we want to go back this way. Up a bit. And then to the side. You're not going to look whatsoever? Oh no, it's the other one, isn't it? Yes. Right, so now that we're locked, those have gone offline. Why? Why have they gone offline? Good. Right, now that that's working, let's get out. So this should now confer construction over here, which will be fine. Now, what do we need to do next? What do we need to do next? That's the good question. Right, let's head in. Right, we need access points across the ship. So a good access point will probably be in the floor here. Yeah, I just need to remember which area the gravity generator is in, because I don't want to have that disconnect, do I? Noting that we do have mag boots, which does help. Can I crouch under here? Yes. Right, so if we go up to here, and then we have anything here, we can place a cargo container. Small cargo container, place it here. Get rid of this guy. And place a conveyor junction, then we should have cargo go to the floor above, which will be excellent. And now the final thing, we need to connect the top set of oxygen farms from here to here, or somewhere else below, which is going to be highly entertaining. I keep saying that. It's not going to be highly entertaining, it's going to be frustrating for me. Let's do... So we need a place where things are not doing... Well, things are not happening. So let's go over here. We can't. Why are you here? Oh, you're here for reasons. But you're not connected to anything. Unless you are. Yeah, you are. Okay. Right, you can stay that way. Technically, I only need that to connect to one of these. So, if I grind up this way... yeah, so this won't be here, by the way. I need to go another layer up. That's now in space. How lovely. Right, let's go along this way. Okay, so if we get this Conveyor Junction, and we probably duplicate it on the other side just in case. Actually, we might not be able to duplicate it onto the other side. No, we will. We will, because we've got this. Okay, good. So, we don't need these. So we can seal those off. And then what we want is we want a conveyor junction here. And then we continue going this way with conveyor junctions, just to make everything pressurized. Go down this way, get rid of this, and place these. And then that should now be connected because this is connected to the thing on the outside, he says. No, it's not. Oh well. Well, at least those are now connected to whatever network I, claim this to be. Right, so we could actually stick with this. Oops. Yeah, claim that motor, please, before it does something stupid. Well, before I do something stupid. So if we fall down here, we've now got this area. If we go along this way, we've now got here, the conveyor. And so we can conveyor up to here, and then that should have that done, I believe. Right, so let's get conveyors, conveyor junction, conveyor junction, conveyor junction, conveyor junction, and then seal it off using steel plate. Good. So technically that should be that, and it means that all of the oxygen farms are now connected. I'll have no way to know for sure, but well, at least I can try. So now that we've done that, another thing that we need, and this is in a very good position for, is we need a air vent in this room. So let's go get an air vent. Place that guy there, and then that shall air vent this room, noting that these guys get sealed. This room doesn't have an air vent yet. I guess I could have some in, so that's the cargo container, and then what I can do is I can place air vents here and here. So go here, air vent placed like this, and then an air vent here. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, that will work fine. Okay, so now that that's done, we should have oxygen, entering the system, which we do. This place is now getting pressurized. It's very lovely. But that really depends on how much oxygen there is. Oxygen farms, you're producing nothing. You're producing something. Right, okay, so eventually the oxygen should fill up the tanks and fill up the living area. Slowly but surely. You can see it's going up by 0.01% like a second, so it will take quite a while. But if I go and sit in the cockpit, we should be able to have an exterior view very easily. As you can see, it's only like these guys back here next to the drone, but they're hardly getting hit, and so therefore aren't at maximum. What we really want is the top left, well, from this point of view, top left or top right, we want the sun there, because then it hits most of the, well, the majority of oxygen farms, giving us more oxygen. Anyway, now that we've done that, we've got the bridge done, we've got the crew quarters done, we've got the crew area done. I guess the last thing we need to do is place the jump drive. We've got the reactor, we've got the shields, we've got the oxygen, we've got cargo. We don't need any processing areas because this ship isn't supposed to. So yeah, jump drive. Right, place the jump drive here, or rather here, or rather this way. I'm going to actually armor up this place. Armor it up so that, you know, it looks like a regular structure instead of something weird. Okay, and then we can place the jump drive here. Yeah. Plonk. Right, and then our lovely nanite factories should build it. We've got a nice, you know, sealed area for the jump drive, which is very nice. I'll add a door. Door to the jump drive. In fact, is that the right way around? Yes, it's the right way around. Yes, good. Maybe. Yes, it is. Okay, so we can run through here. We've got the jump drive. That's now charging. Excellent. We've got our shields, which should be pretty good. Oh, the last thing that we need is we need an antenna. Yes, antenna, that's the thing that we need. And we can place that on the exterior because, you know, style. We're not going to be using small antennas for this ship, we're going to be using a larger one. I didn't want to do that. On to the exterior. We can go ahead and place one on somewhere. Right, let's have a look. Antenna. So it's a 2 by something, that's fine. I just need to find room for it. Could place it like this. Could place it here. Might look a bit weird for the bridge crew. Let's break that. And then we want it somewhere else. Well, I want it somewhere else. Let's place it, you know, on the bottom. Off-center, because that's how I roll these days. Ooh, I really need something that empties my inventory. Good thing I have nanite factories to do that instead. Come on, any day now. Place the antenna here, and then that should weld itself up. There we go. Excellent. So now that we've done that, we can then go to the bridge and we can start renaming things. Noting that we've still got one more thing to do after this episode, which will be the hangar bay. But, like, the ship is now functional. The hangar bay is, like, only for technicality. So what we want is so this guy's the pilot, yeah? This guy is the pilot. Never mind. Connector. So I've got connector 1, connector 2, connector 3, connector 4. It's going to be connector 3. That's going to be on the left-hand side, isn't it? Yes. I think it is, anyway. Connector 4, please, can you test your on and off capability? Good. Right, so we want connector 4 over here, switched lock. We want connector 3 over here, switched lock. So that'll be the connector section, and then what we want here is we want the jump drive over here, and so we want jump essentially. And then what we also want is we want jump drive again, but this time we want like an increased distance, decreased distance. So we can reduce it down using 8, reduce it by 1% every time. Like, I have to do it manually completely, but yeah, so we can aim for a short jump and that'll be fine. But I'm not going to do that. Right, so next thing I need to do is I need to, you know, fix everything. Someone's not naming things properly. It requires a capital letter at the beginning. Oh, apparently Amasol is dead. Well, okay then. So these are the air vents. Those can be air vents. Save off in terminal. We've got gyros. That can stay. We're going to change that to reactor. And then change that to exempt as well. Just in case. We've got the large cargo container, which I'll just change to large cargo container. We've got bench corner. These don't need to be here. They don't even need to be in the inventory screen either. We have the connectors. These guys are just regular connectors. We've got consoles. I'm guessing these guys don't need to be in here either. Save off in terminal. We've got thrusters. We've then got interior lighting. Got yeah, there's basically a bunch of things here which I will need to deal with. Oxygen farms, get those, oxygen farms. Save off in terminal. We've got shield flux coils and shield capacitors, which are no. I want flux coil, capacitor, off in terminal. Got timer blocks. We've got table and chairs. We've got stairwells, off in terminal. We got small cargo container. I want off in off in terminal. Scroll down again. Wide LCD panel. We've got shield generators. Got sound block. Got shelves. Got refrigerator. Oxygen tanks. Medical rooms. Yeah, those all can go off. Right. Still, there's quite a lot of stuff in the control panel that I need to sort out. We also need to change the name to Liveship. Good. Let's go to, so exit out, press K again, control panel, antenna, let's change that to Liveship as well. That should be good. So now if we hold this, we can see ZAV Liveship, noting that we're in a faction and therefore it has ZAV in the front of it. So now that we've got our Liveship ready and built, well, yeah. The next thing that we need is we're going to need some sort of crew transport, so something to get people from point A to point B. Noting that most of the capital ships I'm going to build are going to have these hangar bays in which a crew transport can be held. You know, like the attack drone can be held inside the capital ship. So we're going to be building that and this hangar section in the next couple of episodes. But until then, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.